Oh, man. You guys clap for me even when I get really carried away. Thank you very much. Good morning, CSL. My name's Jake. I'm the music director. That's Yuri, that's James, and that's Joe, and we're the band today. And we have an amazing guest singer coming right up, and it's all of you right now. Oh, I got you. We actually do have a super amazing guest singer. She's going to do the song before the talk. I'll introduce her a little later. But for now, we're going to sing together right now. Yeah, that's right. Clap for that, yeah. We're going to sing Sanctuary. Please follow along. Here we go. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Let's sing that again. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
The meaning of sanctuary meant safe place. A safe place. There were times when people could take refuge in a sanctuary because it was a safe place. Vampires could not get you there. And neither could other people that were following you. It was safe. I love that idea. Would you allow yourself to be a safe place? A safe place for others to share. A safe place for yourself to explore what's going on in yourself. Could you allow yourself to drop criticism and judgment so that all you could do is be present to what's happening now and who's doing it? I love that song. So let's make this a prayer. Father, Mother God within, let me drop my judgments. Let me drop my prejudices. Let me drop all the things that have kept me separate from others, from reality, and from spirit. That I may be a place where all is welcome. That I may know the meaning of Rumi's words when he said, every day is a guest house, and you don't know what's coming in, but you welcome it. What if we could be a welcome presence to not only what we're experiencing, but what others are going through? Not to fix, but to love. Let that sink in. And let Spirit do His work. And let love reign. Let love reign in the heart. Soothe the soul. And bless everything around. Lord, prepare me to be your sanctuary. And so it is.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Along the lines of thank you is the only prayer you need to share or have, this song, this idea of sanctuary, may be right close to that in how we relate to divine and to spirit. And I'm loving welcoming you into this energy of sanctuary where anything worth doing is worth doing with support. And that's what this community is, a place where we can be supported if we want to choose to be sanctuary. And that's called the Center for Spiritual Living here in Seattle. I'm Reverend Don, one of the staff ministers here. And it's my pleasure to welcome you online and in the room to connect together in sanctuary in a divine journey in connecting with each of us has our own idea of spirit. All of those ideas are welcome. We're here to know the divine personally in a deeper, meaningful way and in community. Community is one of my most favorite things. It's one of my values. And I love being in this community and how we share and support each other. Now, if you're going to be in a community, it's helpful to be able to connect with each other. Because if you want support or want to be supportive, it's nice to be able to connect. And we have a lot of ways for you to do that. In the seat backs in front of you here in this room, there's a connection card. You can put some information on that, drop it in the offering plate, drop it in, give it to somebody at the registration desk, whatever, and just get into the loop of knowing what's happening. Because if we told you everything that's happening, we'd never get around to the rest of the music or the message. And that's going to not work out really well for any of us. But when you know what's going on, guess what? You get to choose the things that maybe light you up. And that's what community lets us do, to come together in smaller groups and classes and things like the men's group and the women's group and all these places where we can be supported in our journeys during challenging times and celebrate the good. We have a men's group that I lead, and we have a better business thing that I lead. Yeah, business and sanctuary and spiritual, it all goes together when we let it and we welcome it into our lives. And I invite you to become more connected by looking at places where you might find some joy by being a volunteer or engaging in community. And then again, with the connection cards, letting us know, you let us know, we get to know each other, and we find out that there are really like a whole nother world of folks that are online. 2/3 of us are out there online, but you are a part of this community as well, and we invite you to find your way to connect in classes, because everything we do usually has a link to a Zoom or to some way to be part of it, that you don't have to drive all the way over here. But I will say that driving all the way over here sometimes is a really cool idea. So I invite you to come. If you can make it, come. Good news, the marathon is going that way, not up and down Aurora today. I'm grateful for that. And so, yes. And so again, we invite you to join us, whether it's online, in person, whenever you can, however you can. We want to be there to support you. This was November, last day of the month. Christmas music is now allowed, at least in my world. I don't know about yours. This was also Bring a Friend Month. Now, I found my first CSL church through a friend. A lot of us here, if you raise your hands, found this place through a friend. Somebody drug you here. Oh, they invited you and you chose to come. That you didn't drug. And then you never left. And that's been my journey. So we invite you to not consider just November as Bring a Friend Month. Every Sunday is a chance to bring someone who you know that is looking for support, looking to engage in the divine, come try it. Here's the best line I heard from Jerry Hudson. They said, just come try it 3 times. And she said, well, I can do that 3 times. And she's never left. So I will caution you that if you do try it 3 times, we'll be loving and calling you part of the community before you know it. That's all I have for this morning. I'm looking forward to the music. You should be looking forward to the music. It is amazing in today's message. And again, thank you for being here. We love you. We bless you. And so it is.
All right, so we have a super amazing, one of the best on the planet singer for you today. And she's going to tell you a little bit about herself and a little bit about the show coming up, if you don't mind. Please give it up for Lady A.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Good. You look beautiful this morning. Blessed in the Lord. Yes, I wasn't planning on, but I guess I will.
Yeah.
I am Lady A, the real Lady A. And yes, I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, storyteller, community activist, and a teaching artist. Oops, I just broke my bracelet.
Oh, no.
It's not broken. A workshop facilitator in race and social justice. And I'm not just by myself, but Lady A Productions and the Rhapsody Project, which you can find on rhapsodyproject.org, that teaches young artists, up-and-coming artists, about their music through their culture, and through an anti-racist lens. So that's what I do when I'm not touring. But we have a show coming up December 14th. Jake is on the show. He's written some music for us. And it's free. It's a free show. I used to do a show for years called The Red and White Affair. And I decided to level up because it's about bringing awareness to homelessness here in the Seattle area. So, and I never charged more than $20 or $40 to come to the show because it's always in December. Well, this year I decided to start early. It started in June. So we've had 3 concerts, The Road to One Seattle Soul. They've been free concerts around the city, and all we ask is that you bring a gently used coat or a blanket for the homeless. The show on the 14th is at the Moore Theater, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The doors open at 2 o'clock, and it's free. If you have a coat or a blanket, please bring it. If you don't, bring a friend. This is some of the music that we'll be talking about and singing about in community. This is Take Me to the Alley. Well, they build their houses in preparation for the king, and they line their sidewalks with every sort of shiny thing. They will be surprised when they hear him say, take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted one, take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I am your friend. Come here to my table. Rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. Take me to the alley. Take me to the afflicted ones. Take me to the lonely ones that somehow lost their way. Let them hear me say, I'm your friend. Come here to my table. Rest here in my garden. You will have a pardon. You will have a pardon. Let them hear me say, I'm your friend. Come here to my table. Rest here in my garden. Have a pardon. You will have a pardon. Take me to the alleys. Take me to the alleys.
Let's just take that in. And sometimes you hear a song and you just want to simmer in it. The theme for this month has been about gratitude. And it's actually a superpower. It's not just something that happens when everything goes right. It's actually a power for good in the world. Hopefully, not only for yourself, but for the world itself. And today, I want to talk about gratitude as a way of life. Like, this is how you live. This is how you live. How are you going to live? With gratitude. Why not? I found out that Plato originally said, a grateful mind is a great mind, and eventually will attract to itself great things. Now, I had heard Eric Butterworth, and there's a book downstairs by Eric Butterworth, and it's probably where I first read it. A grateful heart attracts great things to it. But I think he was probably quoting Plato. Or maybe it's just such a great idea, it's popped in a lot of people's heads. But Plato kind of preceded Eric Butterworth, so I'm just going to say, maybe he got it first. Now, I want to simplify this because it's actually the law of attraction, and I always want to tell you how you could be using the law of attraction because how you could be using it because you're always using it. We're always using it. It's not like you can get away from it. Well, actually, you can. You can supersede the law of cause and effect, but that's another class. So right now, we're talking about the law of cause and effect because it's powerful. And one of the ways to describe the law of cause and effect is that what you give your attention to increases. So think about it. If you are grateful, then you are going to attract more things to be grateful for. The law of cause and effect. Now, I want to just shift this a little bit because Oprah said, be thankful for what you have and you'll end up having more. I mean, I'm sorry, it just seems to be a theme of great minds. Plato and Oprah, can you go wrong? I mean, really. Like I heard. So whether you want to feel philosophical or you want to feel modern, same thing. Now here's the idea. If you love what you have, listen, if you already love what you have, and some of you might have to look around, but when you love what you have, you must attract more to love. If you're not loving what you have, you will see all of the things that you don't like, and you will attract more to you. It's the law of cause and effect. It's like metaphysical science. It's so great. So love and attention and appreciation go together. And now here's the other part about the love part. If you love what you have, you will attract to yourself more to love. Here's the thing. The universe knows what you'll really love. That's what I love about whatever you want to call this thing. I am so amazed that when I finally surrender my idea of what would be good, like I want good. I want good. I want good stuff. Lady A wants to make people who are homeless warm. That's good. I want to help our community. That's good. I also want to win at horse shows. And they don't negate each other. It's not like one's holy and one's not holy. No, because to win at a horse show, I have to become a better person. And what I'm learning applies to everything I do. When you're good at one thing, it goes across all sorts of lines. So don't get this idea of like, and I'm not sure you do, because you're first service and you're the holy ones that show up early. God bless you. I mean, really. But second service, I bet some of them are going to think, should I actually want that? Is that what I should really put my attention on? Ernest Holmes was very clear. You can ask for, want, desire, pray for anything that expresses more life and harms no one, including yourself. And Spirit sometimes knows what that will look like and be like better than we do ourselves. I am really a powerful prayer. Why? Because I've been at this since I was like 24 years old. I've got some background. It's like I've been around this block a few times. But boy, sometimes, and I've said this before, sometimes I know how to manipulate things and get what I want, only to find out I don't like it, and then I've had to pray myself out. Whereas when I just have a clear idea of what I want to experience, a clear idea of what the internal reality would be, Spirit knows how to make that happen in ways that I would have never written down myself. Does that make sense? Okay, there, good. So let's just take a moment, because this is an opportunity for us to just be grateful for what you have. Think of something you have and be grateful. I want to read to you the essence of this, because I am in love with this idea. Gratitude is consistently portrayed as a transformational force. It's transformational. One that shifts focus from scarcity to abundance, from self-centeredness to connection, from anxiety to peace. Across cultures and eras, these voices affirm that gratitude not only enriches the life of the person having gratitude, but it amplifies joy, resilience, and purpose. Sounds to me like a pretty good medicine for what could ail us as a culture and individually. So I want to talk more about it. I do listen to ideas. Sometimes I don't have the chance to email everybody back, but I get lots of emails, ideas. I try to shift my talks to address questions that come up. I sometimes put them in my Wednesday faith lifts. I really do pay attention. And so I just need to say that when Rose Loper, who is one of my favorite people in the world because she's just so much of a example of going for what you want. I love her. She said, I just read this book and you might want it. So of course, Kindle gives it to me in a second. Yay. So I bought the book, The Gratitude Diaries, A Year of Looking on the Bright Side Can Change Your Life. That's what it's called, The Gratitude Diaries. I'm going to give you the synopsis. You don't have to buy the book. See, I'm here for you. I really am. I stayed up most of the night reading this book. And I just want to say I'm going to give you the synopsis, and it's really good. Now, I'm going to share two sides about gratitude, because sometimes you might be living this woman's life. She was a successful author. She had written books, she had written articles, she had written reports, she had done studies, she had a loving family, and she even calls it a handsome doctor husband. I mean, come on, really? Handsome? Does he have to be handsome and a doctor? Oh my God. And she had 2 great kids and a family and friends that she loved spending time with. She had an apartment in the best part of New York City with big windows and a view of trees. And she found herself not being satisfied or happy. Isn't that interesting? You should be happy. You got to know. See, what we have does not create happiness. I had a friend. I'm going to call him a friend. Boy, he was a thorny guy, and he'd even say that. He was Jewish and converted to Hinduism because he kept getting dreams of this big-bellied guy in his dreams, and it turned out to be the same guru that Ram Dass had. And he didn't know about it until he got a book, picked up a book by Ram Dass, and Ram Dass had the picture of his guru on the back, what's that called? The back flap, I guess. Anyway, the back of the book. He says, oh my God, this guy comes to me every night and talks to me. So he became a Hindu with a little Jewish edge. And he was called to be in service. And through a series of events, he started working with those people who had been imprisoned. I shared the book with you. And he said, it's amazing to people when they're in prison to find out that someone in Beverly Hills making a lot of money committed suicide or are depressed. The people in prison think, well, at least I have a reason. But we don't know the reasons underneath. We don't know what's going on for people. And what he said is, it's really hard for people who have it, who are making it, and still don't feel fulfilled. And it makes them think there's something wrong with them. So if that's anybody, if that's one of you, if you're watching this, and you go, but I have this, I got the job, I got the honey, I got the thing, I got the, I finally got the, and I'm empty. Don't think it's you. It's a practice that has happened within our soul that we've repeated over and over and over again, and it comes from this thing of I have to have, and the having doesn't fill us very long. You know what fills us? This is what she found out. Gratitude. Gratitude. I also want to just say, for us to not judge by appearances, whether it's, wow, they should be so happy or they shouldn't be happy. It's like none of our darn business. And none of our darn business about what's going on with ourselves too. Because we can be very self-critical. Things should be different. I've had this all going on and it should be different. So she decided to try something called gratitude. Now, why did she decide to try gratitude? Because she was also a researcher. And so she did some research. So I'm going to share with you some of the research she did. She found out that the John Templeton Foundation said that there was a gratitude gap. A gratitude gap. Now, the John Templeton Foundation invests in things that prove the power of spirituality. That's what they do. And they also invest in things that allow people to have a more spiritual life. So they discovered that 94% of Americans knew gratitude would work. Now listen, we're probably not reminded of this, but if you really think about it, now check in, because if 94% of the Americans know gratitude works, you probably know gratitude works. We just haven't been doing it. Now check, just see, I bet gratitude would work. I bet it could work. Now, I also want to say gratitude, because I was thinking about this driving in. I want you to think of light. You know how light has all these spectrums, and you see light. You see light as purple or orange or whatever. You see it this way. Gratitude is a spectrum of love. Because what you're grateful for, you're paying attention to, and attention and love are very similar. I don't know how I do it. It's done through me, but when people are in pain, I have people pay attention to the pain. Really get into it. You're in pain, let's look at it. And we really pay attention to it, and pretty soon the pain's gone. Now, why is that? Because they're paying attention to it. Attention and love are similar, and love changes everything. Most of us, when we're in pain, we want it to go away, or we want to mask it, or we want to take a pill, instead of perhaps what it just needed is something within ourselves needs to pay attention to something. And so I mean that physically, mentally, or emotionally. How many of you, when you have a pain, somebody doesn't like me and you want to zone out? Sometimes I'm getting better at it, but sometimes I just want mac and cheese. Can we just have some comfort food? Luckily, it's not in the house. Otherwise, I'd be a whole mac and cheese casserole. Anyway, just to zone out, just to feel better. So the research said that 94% of the Americans knew that gratitude would be fulfilling and enrich their lives, but less than half decided to do anything about it, and then they did it only half-heartedly. We know, how many of you know, really, don't a lot of us know what would be good for us? It's not the knowing, it's the doing. So she went on to discover that gratitude is not happiness, because happiness is the effect of something that we call good, and it's fragile and it's fleeting. So I read a long time ago, if you want to be happy for about 3 weeks, wouldn't be happy for 3 weeks? Wouldn't that be fun? Not just, that was a good meal, or that was a good movie, or that was I had fun decorating the tree, but 3 weeks, you know how you do that? Buy a new car. And it lasts until you get your first payment. Happy because. We're happy because. We're happy because. Gratitude, on the other hand, is a practice to create. Happiness I love this. According to Templeton, it's active emotional involvement in something. You purposely stop, appreciate, and feel what is good in your life and make it your own. Studies have also showed, she found out, that gratitude may have the highest connection to mental health and happiness of any other personal trait. If you want to be emotionally healthy and happy, one of the things that Templeton discovered in all the studies, because they want people to have better lives, they discovered that gratitude will make you happier than anything else and help with your own mental health. And I love studies. Like, how the hell did they do this? I mean, have you ever read a study and go, what? How do you measure that? But they did. They found out that gratitude increases your overall happiness by 18.5%. So if you're 70% happy, you could be you could be almost 90% happy. That's like a lot of happy compared to not happy. Gratitude could do it. Now, are you ready? Thank you. Jeez. Okay, so happiness is the result of gratitude, and gratitude often will require a reframe. Now, what's a reframe? A reframe is you've seen it this way, it's the same thing, but you look at it a different way. Like it's the same thing happened and you look at it a different way. So, let me give you an illustration that comes from what we're doing. So I'm so grateful that Lady A is getting coats and blankets for the homeless, and we are doing a coat drive right now. And I've got one in my car, and I got two that I forgot to put in my car this morning, but I still got next week, so you still have next week. And by the way, I just have to tell you, one of my favorite brands, 32 Degrees, which makes excellent clothing. Excellent. They can either do cool t-shirts or warm t-shirts. They're excellent. They make coats now, and they're at Costco for less than $20. They are excellent. If you need a warm coat, these are excellent. And for $20, it just looks like groceries. You know, you just go to Costco, put in a coat. Anyway, this came from a reframe. Although I don't think we call, but I call our coat drive the Ann Masterson coat drive. Because Ann Masterson has moved to Snohomish, but she used to be a practitioner. I can remember being in the old sanctuary, and she would always be sitting there, and she had her car broken into, and the only thing they took was her brand new coat. They broke the window in the back seat, just took the coat. And she said, my goodness, they must need it so much more than me. So she reframed it. Instead of, wow, look what they did, or now I need a new coat, meh. She said, wow, I'm so grateful I have the ability to buy a new coat. I can buy a new coat. Now, people need coats. And we've had a coat drive ever since. I think it's been like 20 years. I think we've put out thousands of coats because we get hundreds every year. Think about it. That's because one woman decided to reframe something that somebody else might have bitched about. Sorry I used the word, but sometimes the word just counts. Complained profusely. Grimaced a little bit. Got snarky. What can you reframe? What can you reframe? What do you complain about, and how can you see it differently? You know, I was talking to people before service, and I don't know if you know this, but I've been at this for a long time, and I'm getting older. It's like I can't even believe it. When I realized that how long I've been a minister, or how long I've been at this thought, it's like, wow, if you add up, I must be old. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, I must be old. But anyway, what's so wonderful is that I'm so grateful I'm older. What's the alternative? Right. I'm so grateful that I got so many things I love to do, and finally have the money to do it. I mean, I'm like in a midlife crisis late. You know, I'm so grateful. I worked cows yesterday. And I did a little, I had a miracle because I did a little prayer with my horse. And I said, I want you to channel the energy of my horse, Lakota, because Lakota was really good at cows. And Lakota was naturally good at cows. You know what a natural horse that's with good at cows? It gets down and it looks the cow in the eye. I mean, how they squat, I don't know, but they do. And so I said, you know, he was good, but he wasn't that good. All of a sudden, he was like Lakota was, and I realize now why you have to hang on to the saddle horn, because he was, whoa. I'm glad I can do that. I've got the balance to stay on. I've got a horse I can enjoy. Yippee-ki-yay. What are you determined is not right in your life, and how do you reframe it? So it's fun. I actually want you to answer that. This is not a rhetorical question. What have you complained about, and how can you reframe it so that you can be in gratitude instead of complaint? Now, I want to just acknowledge that this is not always easy, because the ego is conditioned. It is conditioned. I've said this before. It's biological. It is part of the synapses. It's part of the way the brain works. It's absolutely normal for the ego, for the brain, to examine what's wrong and magnify it. And psychologists have said that it takes 4 positive statements for every negative one to shift a belief. And how many of you have at least one negative belief? I should say hands. Thank you. Do you know that truth heals? Also, I've read that a long time ago. How many of you heard that it takes 21 days to change a belief? No, I'm sorry, not anymore. New studies. This is going to be depressing. Just sit down. Now they've discovered it takes at least 2 months. I think it's because we have so much information now that there's no time to really focus on a thing. So it takes 2 months to continually to decide I'm going to be grateful instead of a complainer. I'm going to be grateful instead of, oh, ain't it awful? I'm going to be grateful instead of looking what happens next and how it's going to go wrong. That makes sense? Can you do it? Do you want to? Okay, so let's pray. Let's just take a moment to reframe. What is going on in your life that has seemed like a misstep? And oh, ain't it awful? Oh, I wish it hadn't happened. And now allow the Spirit of truth, which has been known as the Holy Spirit, named by so many things, that's that spirit of reality within yourself, that light within, let it reveal to you a blessing that is waiting to emerge because you choose gratitude. And then be grateful for what's happening because of this other circumstance. And the happening is within you. Choose gratitude. And I was reminded of the song that we sang last Sunday. And I'd love for you to just go there with me. I'm grateful, so grateful. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I'm grateful, so grateful. I trust in God. Trust that God can shift things. Trust that God can open your spiritual eyes. Trust that God can use you for purposes greater than yourself. Trust in God that if you are alive, it still has work for you to do. Trust in God that if it has work for you to do, it will support you in that work. Trust in God that if you start to be grateful, happiness will be your reward. And that will be heaven. And you can experience heaven on earth, not to deny what's going on, but that you are a power, a force for good in the world now. And so it is.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like that river, I've been running ever since. See, it's been a long, 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 long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. See, I go to the movies and I stay downtown. People say, lady, hey, you ain't got no business hanging around, but it's been a long, 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 long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes, we. Listen to this part. Sometimes it's too hard living. I tell you this, I ain't afraid to die. I know there's someone out there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, and I know change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. I go to my sister. Sometimes you just have to touch people sometimes. Sister, 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 help, help me please. But all they wanna do is keep knocking. They'll knock you down on your bended knees. There's been times when I thought that I wasn't gonna last too long. But now I know I'm able, and I'll continue to carry on, 'cause it's been a long, 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 long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, Jake, play. Change has got to come. Yeah. Hallelujah. I know. Listen. I go to my brother. Sometimes you just need a little help. It's all right to ask. Brother, help me please. All they want to do is keep knocking. Times when I thought, listen, that I wasn't gonna last too long. But now I know I'm able. You can't stop me. I'll continue to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I know, you know, we know, they know. Yes, it's been a long time coming, but I know the change starts with you and me. A change,
A change,
a change.
a change.
Do you want to change? Change. A change. A change has got to, it has to come. Oh, yes, it will.
Yay. Well, if that's not inspirational, I don't know what is. Let's just take a deep breath, let that in. I just realized I didn't introduce myself because sometimes I'm not around. I was gone for a while. I come in and out. I'm Kathianne Lewis. I'm a minister here. It's good to be with you. My pronouns are she and her. And it's a good day. It's a good day. Any day with sunshine in Seattle in the winter is a bonus day. Let's just praise the Lord. And if it was rainy, we'd praise the Lord, right? Right? Got it? Because there's something good about it. like you don't have to wash your car that day. Anyway, I have things to tell you about. And I also want to let you know I will be asking for your support for this ministry, for the things we do, for the messages we put out. And for all of you watching online, there will be a link so that you can contribute as well, because I know you're part of this. And if you're being spiritually fed, whether it is right now or you're watching later, I encourage you to support this ministry so that we can continue to do great work online. There, that said, would you give them just a brief look at how they might be giving? There you go, because we know that people have changed the way that they give. They don't write checks anymore, but a lot of people don't write checks anymore. But you can still do text to give. We can do Venmo, go to our website. We have a CSL app, or call the office. You know, I always love doing that because there's a live person. We have live people. We have live people. It's good. So while you're figuring out how much you would like to give, because that's what your heart tells you to do, then I have a few announcements. We are right in the middle of the holiday service projects. This is organized and, done by the Create a Better World team. And so a lot of things are going on. We have a holiday tree happening. I hope that you will stop by and talk to Sherry Dolly, because we have more requests than we ever had for supporting people. We were one of the first, a long time ago, we started supporting, what was the name of the group? Broadview Women's Shelter. Many years ago, we approached them asking them if we could support them during the holidays, and they were not deliriously, that's just a bad word, isn't it? They were delirious, and then they never recovered. No. They were incredibly grateful because an organization had just backed out. So we filled that. God moved us in to fill the requirements of a shelter. So there are gifts that you can pick up. You pick up the tags on your way out and then bring the thing back next week, whether it's a gift certificate or a particular toy or whatever. That's for the Broadview Shelter. We are also supporting some of the families within our own community, because some people need, and I could be upset about that, or I could be grateful that I can support. But you get to choose. I'm really grateful. So that's going on. The winter coat drive ends next week. Also, we're making scarves for the homeless, and that ends next week as well. But that's kind of fun because you get to be around the table bubbles with lots of people making scarves. So it's the doing that can be lots of fun. We supply the materials, and you supply the hands to create the scarves. Those are all of my announcements about the service projects. We also have Soul of the Season concert next Sunday, and that's with Stephanie Ann Johnson and Jake, that guy, and the band, Oh my goodness. All right. Why not do it? It's going to be fun. And then there's two things that I want to remind you of, because I am planning for 2026. I'm in planning mode. I'm finishing things up. I'm making plans for how I want to have things happen. So if you would like to attend the Great I Am Deep Listening Retreat, plan to do so, because we've only got 2 spots left. So if that's something that's on your mind, sign up, because we've always filled the space, and we've always had usually a waiting list of about 25 people. So we've got 2 spots left. If that's on your mind, do it now, today, or not. It's going to fill up anyway. I'm just telling you, it's filling up. And also, think about, I know it's hard to think about summer, but wouldn't it be nice to think about summer? Think about warmth. Now, just go work with me here. Warm, water, mountains, beautiful space, doing crafts, kayaking, all of those sorts of wonderful things at Seebeck. So plan, reserve the time in your calendar, and put a deposit down on a room, because the best rooms go fast. And so I'm just, word to the wise, first service, you could get some good rooms. Those are all of the things I need to say. Let's just shift gears a bit. And who has the basket? Woo! Come on up, Renee. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate this. And thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful, grateful, grateful. This is the time to give from a place of gratitude, because a place of gratitude multiplies the gift. Giving from I have to doesn't do anything. Giving from, oh my goodness, I'm losing, doesn't do anything. Giving from gratitude and appreciation multiplies the gift. So with gratitude we give. And so it is. And guess what? It's after Thanksgiving. You know what that means? Christmas music! Come on up and give your gift. Put it in the basket.
Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm in great gratitude, Lady A, for the singing. It's just touched my heart. So, and the band, of course. We'll just add them in. So my name is Joyce Bornikoff. I'm a practitioner here. My pronouns are she and her. And I just invite you to join us for a prayer circle afterwards, right over here. And it can be about anything or just great gratitudes. I love hearing about the good, too, that's going on in the lives of everyone. And we have Ray Rebello in the back who will be at the prayer table if you need prayer or want help with a prayer request. We'll be praying on those during second service. So, just grateful for all that we do and who we are showing up here. So I just move into that sweet spot within our heart and just call forth that love that we've experienced in one way or another through this past week, through Thanksgiving, whether we be with family, with friends, or just on our own, taking in the day of just being present to that place within us. So I just claim that in great gratitude today for this blessed service, for the sunshine, for the warmth that we all get to experience. And just send that love out into the world to be that force of good that is always pressing up, down, and all around with a smile, with connection, all that God is, we are. And let that spirit flow through us easily and effortlessly, unlimited, as Wicked would say. We live in unlimited. So I'm just grateful. And say together, and so it is.
All right, everybody, it's time for the closing sing-along. Please rise as you're able. Please get up on stage and dance as you're able. And please, as always, sing whether you're able to or not. Joe, give us that New Orleans beat back there. Let's do this little light of mine. 2, 3. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around shine all around the world. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it